I Want to Be a Wall Volume 2 review. Yoriko, a sexual fujoshi, and Kokorota, gay but not out, have married, seeking friendship and companionship, but nothing more. One day, with the having tea with Kokorota's childhood friend and secret unattainable love, now their gardener, Sosuke, he asked them how they first met. Cue an extended flashback to their painfully awkward first meeting, drunk a matchmaker and what happened after that. It is selfish that I kind of miss him now. Sosuke reflects as he drives away. After they're now living in the same house and sharing cooking and other household chores. The couple maybe don't yet know as much about each other as did Jong. Kakorota, described in one instance by Yuriko to herself, as a secretive person is more. I say, self-reliant, have led a rather secluded life. He's still not used to sharing with another person. We're not told about who's become of his parents, but his grandmother is still alive, drunk in shelter accommodation. So he's inherited the big traditional Japanese house where the garden has she's unable to look after it. Is until the couple go on a pilgrimage 1 week into Kochi, where a special exhibition is being held celebrating one of Yuriko's favorite BL manga, that they get to learn more about each other. Kakurota brings an impressive camera along and he happily photographs everything. When Yuriko asks, she learns that he was in the photography club in high school and college. Then, when a little girl suddenly grabs hold of his sleeve, calling him daddy, Yuriko uses her English skills, acquired when in the US as a student, to ask the distressed child about her lost father and to reunite them while Kakurota looks on in surprise and admiration. He had no idea she wasn't so fluent in English. But when Yuriko starts to regularly meet up with an old friend at weekends, Kakurota happens to spot them greeting each other, and to his surprise, the old friend is a man, and Yuriko seems happy to hug him, even though she's told him she's not good at physical contact beyond hand holding. Why are they meeting up so often? And why hasn't Yuriko told him who the friend is and inviting him along too? As a hook in my review of the first volume of I Want to Be a Wall, the story of this unusual partnership settles down in the second volume. It flows much more naturally after the two have told Sosuke and asked how they met and what factors eventually persuaded them to get married. Even though they're not in any way romantically attracted to each other, the introduction of a new character, Yuriko's male friend Momo, also adds to the different viewpoints and perspectives on the main couple's relationship. There are also hints about Kokorota's grandmother toward the end of the volume, so that will be interesting if it comes to fruition. However, one of the most interesting conversations takes place later on between Kakurota and Momo over lunch. Once they've been formally introduced and various misunderstandings on Kokorota's part have been dispelled, Yuriko-san doesn't seem they feel a desire for romance or sex. Momo says, musing about Yuriko's enthusiasm for BL, yet she loves reading stories about it. Yet, he goes on to compare to this to someone who doesn't understand the concept of sweetness but still orders dessert to enjoy the texture of fruit or the softness of sponge, and even appreciates watching over other people talk, taking pleasures as he eats sweet treats. He later uses another parallel, a friend's young brother who was synesthesia, in this case specifically chromatasia, or the ability to hear music in different colors. This episode makes for inspired and even enlightening reading, enhanced by the mangaka's pleasant graphic style. In fact, in these later chapters, the story flows much better than in the first volume, and when she's using alternating viewpoints, swapping between husband and wife. A page of helpful translation notes is provided by translator Emma Schkomacher. Although there seems to be an ongoing trend at Yen Press for not being fujoshi, fudanshi, but instead of using BL fangirl, BL fanboy, etc. Lettering is again by Alexis Eckerman. There's also a cute bonus chapter about Momo Christmas sweaters at the end. Momo-kun's holiday call. Because of the character development, this second volume is a much more satisfying read. We no longer get to know Yuriko and Kakurota and understand them better as they embark together on their marriage of convenience. Honami Shiroro brings some interesting and valuable insights into what being asexual means for Yuriko. However, with a disturbing development right at the end of this volume, we left on the cliffhanger, wondering if everything's going to be alright. For recent comments from mangaka Honami Shiroro online, the third volume might be the final one for this manga but has been republished in Japan. 8 out of 10.